Welcome to Urban Gardening. Today I will share with you how to grow mushrooms at home. The bucket technique is one of the most reliable methods to grow mushrooms quickly. In this video, I will teach you how to prepare buckets, pasteurize your substrate, inoculate and incubate your buckets with mushroom spawn. If you have not yet subscribed to Urban Gardening, then click the subscribe button and hit the bell icon to subscribe and receive notifications as I upload new videos. I recommend a straw substrate for your first foray into growing mushrooms in buckets. This is because the particle size of shredded straw allows for optimum air exchange. Use breathable bags like cotton laundry bags or netted bags to allow the water mix to fully penetrate. Fill your cotton or netted bags halfway with chopped or shredded straw. Close the end tightly to prevent the substrate from escaping into the water. To make room for the substrate, fill your container with water to around 60 to 80% of its capacity. For every liter of water, 2 grams of pasteurization powder, that is hydrated lime, is used. Cold water lime pasteurization uses lime to raise the pH of the water, effectively destroying pollutants. It involves soaking your substrate in a bath of lime-treated cold water for 24 hours. It's less energy intensive than other popular methods. Stir well after sprinkling pasteurization powder into the water. Now wait for 10 minutes and mix once again. Pasteurization is used to make your substrate fairly contaminant-free in order to offer your oyster mushroom culture a head start. You can now immerse your straw bags in the water mix. Because the bag of straw will float, you will need to weigh it down with a heavy object to keep it totally covered. Now allow the straw to soak in the container for 24 hours. Remove the bags from the water mix and place them somewhere to drip dry for another 1 to 2 hours. Oyster mushrooms like their substrate to have a moisture level of at least 50%. If the substrate is too wet, you are likely to get anaerobic bacteria growth, but if it is too dry, the mushroom won't grow well. Take 20-liter buckets which are easily accessible and inexpensive. Make some holes across the wall of the bucket. The holes in the bucket side serve as both ventilation and fruiting holes. Buckets are self-supporting and do not require additional support like larger grow bags. And finally, make some holes across the bottom for drainage. This will stop water pooling at the bottom and creating unpleasant conditions. Before you use your bucket, you need to sterilize to ensure no bacteria will infect your fresh mushroom spawn. It's critical to sanitize everything throughout this process to avoid the spread of unwanted bacteria. The buckets can be reused, reducing the amount of plastic waste product as opposed to growing mushrooms in bags. Sanitize your hands because human hands are a major source of contamination, and a sterile environment is key to preventing your crop from being ruined by bacteria and mold. Oyster mushrooms are the greatest choice for bucket growing. They grow quickly, are less sensitive to environmental factors than many other mushrooms, and can be grown on a variety of substrates. Begin with a layer of the substrate at the bottom of the bucket, followed by a layer of spawn, and then more substrate. Assemble something similar to a lasagna or layer cake in the bucket by layering straw and grain spawn. Stack the straw and spawn in the bucket until it's completely full. Make sure your last layer is a layer of straw when you get to the top of the bucket. Fill the bucket to the brim and pack it firmly but not so tightly that it escapes through the holes. Now place the bucket's lid on top to cover it. Place micro pour tape or masking tape over the holes once you have filled your bucket. You do this to maintain moisture within your substrate while allowing for optimal air exchange and circulation. The optimal temperature for incubation is between 18 and 25 degrees Celsius. This is the average room temperature in various places. Place your bucket in a warm, dark location that is warm at all times of the day and night. After 7 to 10 days, open the lid and inspect the straw for any spots of white cottony growth. The patches will connect up over time, anywhere from 8 to 20 days, and the substrate will turn totally white with mycelium. To make sure your mushrooms get adequate airflow, you can remove the tape from the holes once you see small pinheads start to grow. When exposed to fresh air, the mycelium is stimulated and will start to produce mushrooms. For oyster mushrooms to grow, they require some light but not too much. A shady location with indirect lighting will work best. The mycelium produces carbon dioxide during colonization. The bucket's holes allow fresh air to circulate and regulate carbon dioxide levels. At this point, you should start seeing tiny mushroom pins forming out of the hole. You should spray the bucket 1 to 2 times a day. It is important to maintain a humid environment around the bucket. Remember, we are only trying to create a humid environment and not watering the mushrooms. They are not plants. Continue to spray water into the holes twice a day. Remember, oyster mushrooms thrive in humid environment with a lot of fresh air. This will encourage the mushrooms to form and stop them from drying out as they develop. In the following days, you will witness a miracle of nature as these baby mushrooms double in size every day. Keep spraying twice a day to maintain the humidity as they grow. Mushrooms grow really fast, so make sure that you are on the lookout for the perfect chance to harvest them. When the caps of your oyster mushrooms start to flatten out and curl upwards, it's the perfect time to harvest them. It signifies they are on the verge of releasing their spores. It's better to harvest them before they lose all of their spores and begin to degrade. Cutting the whole cluster off at the back against the hole in the bucket with a sharp knife is the easiest technique to harvest a bucket of mushrooms. Reach around your mushroom cluster and grab them at the base. Make sure not to leave any mushrooms attached to the substrate as they can rot. The average weight of a single oyster mushroom can vary significantly, but a large specimen can weigh 200 to 250 grams. Continue to spray water into the holes twice a day. Your colonized substrate can produce a second and even a smaller third crop of mushrooms. The mycelium will recolonize the holes in a few days and more mushrooms will emerge in 1 or 2 weeks, giving you another flush. Oyster mushroom come in a variety of colors including white, grey, pink, brown, yellow and blue. You can expect to see a second harvest between 1 to 2 weeks after your initial flush. You can repeat this for a smaller third crop before the substrate starts to run out of available nutrients. Then you can break up the substrate and add it to your compost or as a mulch top layer dressing for the soil in your garden.